Heroic won the knife. They'll be starting on the CT, defending their honor against the GAMBIT pistol. Let's get it going. Already nades are in the sky and bodies are pushing. Oh, shush. Catches a bullet straight out of the gate. Not going to be the hero of this round. It might be Tessus. He's got two players in state of flux. Cadian tagging them up a lot. He heard that, and they want to try and push jungle. Tessus, wow, quick execution. And the CT is actually mantling into this window room to retake control. I love it. There was three of them there. Screw connector, it's smoked, let's go jungle. And now it's fading, Hobbit's in trouble as well. This is a great start, Stown finding 2 frags early, it's a good start for him. Quiet on overpass, which is the very reason we're here. Nafany, that's a big problem, the kit is now loose in CT. Shiro and Nafany looking to go 2v4 and they've called the bluff on the first. 10-second defuse starts now, they're counting down in the TeamSpeak. 5, 4, 3, shot, 2, need to get him on there. Can't fight, deal with too many players. And so Heroic take their CT pistol.
Simple as that, defuse that bomb. Now, if we just recall what Fury were doing the other day, right? They were just constantly busting out these A executes time and time again. Heroic were trying to stand and deliver against them the best they could. And it got messy. So let's see what's thrown at them this time round. As GAMBIT, up until recently, I think it was Harvu they lost to, were undefeated on Mirage. So things have been looking great for them on this map. And they will be force spying back on in. There's a Scout, an AK, 2 Galils and a Deagle. And over towards A we go with 4. Axar with that Deagle. He's going to be heading over on his lonesome towards B just to see what the bloody hell is up. It's Tessus passive on the site.
Yeah, but to be fair, dude, 2 Galils, the AK as well. Full util on Nafany. He's been given the VIP package deal. It's a very threatening buy, and they just nutmeg the smoke. You can see that Shush now has this tiny gap as he's been responsible for both Palace and Ramp now. Nafany's already across, and he'll piece that together, realize he's got a lot to do. And he's dead. Galil to the head. Smokes for the cross. CT's the first to bloom, and how do they get this bomb down? Yeah, okay, that's the smoke I was waiting for. Connector's now locked them out. The bomb's thrown down from the Palace position. Shiro has no intentions of leaving Palace.
Oh dear. Bit of a problem here. Stown is in spawn, but Axel still up towards B apartment. CT being pushed. Axel could be the unraveling of this retake.
He's waited so long. He's still in apps and the bomb goes down A. Hobbit, Dink exchange. Tessus better with the FAMAS. Stown already on the flank, but Cadian's still waiting for it. He's still waiting for Axel.
Axel's going to win this fight.
Yeah, he will. And Cadian's so patient, just not quite patient enough. And that defuse becomes a near impossible task as Tessus.
Oh, the kid, he's just going to sit it.
He's just on it. No one's looking. Oh, he steals it away from GAMBIT.
Oh, dearie me.
Ay, ay, ay. I was just wrapping that one up and he jumps on the bomb. Just enough hectic action call towards mid.
I think a Molotov, right, was thrown towards Shiro's position in apartments just right there. So that could have been what facilitated it. Yeah, the molly's just landed. Tessus has jumped on the bomb. They know that Axel's behind the smoke. He knows he has 7 seconds of the molly, just sticks to the defuse. Masterful stuff, and Shiro can't do anything. Nothing he can do at all. But guess what? We are back in with a buy. GAMBIT will not relent, and they're fighting mid. Axel's taking down Refresh already.
Yeah, they go again. I guess you get the bomb down, gets close, down to the 1v2.
They found the opening before, and it didn't help them. But pushing ramp, they found the second. Hobbit's taking down Shush, 3 on 5, surely now.
GAMBIT, they've just put the pedal to the metal. Accelerating now. Straight to mid, first blood drawn, the rest gonna have to stack, surely, take a gamble. GAMBIT, however, we know how diligent they've been. What a find, Cadian, just on the drive-by. And Inter's burning a little as well.
Stalling this out, it's quite nice. They're leveling the playing field here, just with the util getting dropped alone.
And this lovely gap they've managed to find through the boost is enough to confirm that there's no one on site.
Oh, are they backpedaling completely, or are they just waiting for a flank? Because Shiro's now been tasked with looking for a pick, and Tessus has rotated over towards spawn, so it was just a gun-finding mission. He's upgraded that scout, slightly tagged up Axel, Inters, and Hobbit, and now rotating back across the map is Heroic. This all comes down to the read. What are they feeling?
I do like the way Stown and Cadian have played this.
Tessus even pushed A right now, so they're going to fortify B. They're gambling.
Yeah, but in the right way. The chips are pushed to the center of the table. GAMBIT cut noise completely. The flash will be the tell.
This is so awkward to clear, especially where Stown is now this late in the round.
Yeah, Cadian's even headed back to way, so I'm afraid it does all fall to Stown if Heroic were to find a third here. And with 20 seconds left, they pop. Turns the first. Axile.
Oh,
what a shot from Axile. It takes him half a second as his feet hit the ground to take down Stown, and that's the round winner. That's exactly what that is. It takes him 2 frags. 1 to start off proceedings in mid, the 2nd to wrap it all up.
Huge stuff right there. Not even sure how he managed to pull that one off, but now Heroic will be doing their best to save, and they should be greeted with what they're after. The bomb almost halfway ticked here, and we are looking at the first round for GAMBIT. I love how ferocious they are at the gates with these back-to-back buys. And for the 2 Heroic players saving Cadian and Tessus, they're not going to get much in the loss bonus. Only 1,400 coming into their bank balance. Cadian will be able to drop a Famous. Now we're going to have a little bit of residual cash. I think they are likely, well, I think 100% they're going to buy in the next round with these guns and the loss bonus the way it is.
Playing into Gambit's hand, they do love it when you start buying deagles and armor around your M4s and they slowly, methodically start a T-side spree.
Yeah, they pull your teeth out one at a time.
They absolutely do.
Now Stown's got a scout in his hands. I'm not quite sure where that's going to end up. They do have 2 very, very potent rifles in the M4 and that AUG. Utility is pretty nice behind it too, and even defuse kits if we need them. Gambit's buy looking good as well.
This is a very early jostle for controller of our first half.
Huge tag.
Couldn't have asked for more off that scout.
Really just helped out the pistol players of Refresh and shushing around like this. I know it's the Deagles and we're used to seeing those very satisfying 1Bs. Now to the body of Hobbit, that's all they'll need. He's even manufactured himself a little bit of a gap in the smoke here. Another one lands.
Full info. He knows there's nothing short. Cadian might want to get a little bit more alert about B, especially considering that his teammate has that mid. They are maneuvering towards the B side of the map.
Oh, shoulder on shoulder here. Buddy system. Well and truly. Cadian's nades, if he just knew he could drop a smoke and slow this down for the rotation, but I feel like they're going to be in his face.
Yeah, this is a product of GAMBIT just having the element of surprise. The flashes will rain in now. Cadian at least looking in the right direction, but one's already slipped the net. Nafany trying to writhe awkwardly, doesn't manage much. Now a flash for that plant. They might want to try and push to punish. It looks good onto Axile.
Oh,
can't tame the spray.
Had to convert that one.
Yeah, GAMBIT
another tag
now, and they're just so low. Enters Hobbit all within a Deagle shot range. Time's ticking. Can't decide if they want to try again. I think they do.
Try again, as being called. Okay, we'll be safe. Hobbit chasing though, top mid.
Oh shoot, yes, Refresh can grab the AUG. Okay, everyone wins.
Hobbit, he might get this connector player if they hang around, you know. Really should be back on off with this one, Refresh.
He might start running as soon as the bomb blows up.
Oh, okay, wants to hold on to it himself here. So everyone gets to keep their goodies. 2-2. We usually get to the 3-3 mark and then things go wrong, but maybe overpasses fix that hoodoo.
Well, I'm reaching that map 5 wall. I'm sure the players must be in a much, much worse position. I mean, all we're doing is watching.
Yeah. Mentally for these guys, right, you have to think about the clutch situations they've been in, that back and forth affair, especially for the in-game leaders on train. Oh, the brains are going to be rotting away here. But
especially because you know how exhausting it is to play like GAMBIT's just default. You know, the amount of communication and diligence you have to display.
There's never a moment they can really take their foot off the gas. They have to stay hyper-focused.
And of course, to keep track of them, it's exhausting for Heroic. I mean, these guys definitely going to need some rest and relaxation. Shush has been given a little nap. In fact, a full 1 minute 30 nap handed to him by Hobbit. Tucked him in tight. Cadian, under a lot of problems if he... Oh, well, that's one way to quickly get some info. Stown's found more than info. He's found a head.
That was sharp.
Yeah, there's an AWP there. He's trying to set Stown up with the M4, but it's a bit of a miss. Inters, however, tagged up, and Axile spotted out by Cadian. He's going to get wrapped on by Hobbit if Refresh can't stop him. Does find it. Gris is great. Competitive now into the 2v2. And they're detached. Last seen in mid. Refresh works on CT. Tests to fill the void in mid. Deagle only. Might have a weapon to retrieve. It's been picked up by Cadian and thrown towards Sandwich, so that doesn't work out. Axile loses his life. Great find from Refresh. More impact frags from him.
Oh, Inter's brave. This is for the team. Gets that bomb down, helps stimulate the economy here, and now he's going to evaporate up the ladder quickly.
I don't hate this. And
that won't be heard either. They have to clear everywhere. One of the keys right now is Refresh and this smoke. He can drop that on the bomb, but if they don't account for Inter's position, he could swing.
With a flash, no less. Smoke earlier the better. Would enable a chance to defuse it twice. And with the molly ramp, they might be focusing their attention on Palace. Tessus is the one to take and tickle the defuse. And Refresh, down, Inters, traded, Tessus. I think he's got it. Just in the nick of time, the third round is secured. Heroic successful in the 2v1. Felt like Intis had a distinct advantage there, but well managed all of their utility converting in the 1v1 eventually.
This is a really big round. This was only what they carried on through, and they've just made it work with that alone. So this is keeping GAMBIT on notice, and not only that, it's given Heroic a lot of cash to operate with for the buy going into round number 6.
I mean, consider this revenge for when GAMBIT continued to buy after conceding the second round.
Yeah, they...
Third round.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
yeah, you were right. They did the multiple force buys. Don't worry, we're definitely doubting ourselves at this stage of the game. Well, this has set up what looks to be a bit of a B exec. We have 4 players in the B apartments. Hobbit dealing with top mid. Tessus potentially about to go down here. Thinks better of hanging around and gets out of mid in time. Here comes the execute.
Yeah, Cadian was ready this time, posted up, and even catches and confirms there's another one on the way. Refresh is actually hiding on the side of the smoke. He wants Axile, and he finds him. The real thorn in their side on B is dead. Now it's Shiro and Hobbit to fill the void. Good chance for Cadian here, close quarters.
Oh!
Nice find from Inters. Caught by Shush. Tessus has the spray. It's only Hobbit, and they spot him. Shush, just as he emerged from the smoke, Tessus readies his aim. It could be good. Hobbit, they're looking for you. Does have a blind spot. Tessus hasn't spotted him, nor has Hobbit. Trading places as he tucks into the van.
They've lost him completely.
Yeah, he has managed to cut noise enough. If he can just disappear for long enough, they might check him.
Oh
my God.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Hobbit.
Oh my God, they both walked past him.
They have no idea.
Their backs turned. He's a genius. They're thinking about it now. The B site's suspiciously clear with the bomb here. Perhaps process of elimination will solve this mystery for Heroic. Didn't spot him. And they will. Nice find. Heroic. That's going to be enough to break them. And they even recover 2 AWPs for free. GAMBIT sent down to Peasantry and double AWPs for Heroic. That is starting to correlate into a very well-set defense.
And that's what we talk about, these double AWPs. I've mentioned it every single map so far.
Yeah, but this isn't the ripcord. They don't even have to pull the button.
Yeah, they
pull the button, you know, as we always do. as we always do.
Pull that button.
Let's pull those buttons, guys.
Oh, dearie me. All right, well, it's a luxury right now, and GAMBIT, they are not conceding a single thing. They have force bought again and back towards this same rinse and repeat, B execute. Tessus on the site this time. Refresh over there to join him, and Stown to be the closest rotator, but here we go. One more time. How much room can they make?
Ouch. Oh, that nade leaves a mark. Inters and now he concede 100 damage, and Stown's there to convert off of at least one. Same execute, and looks like it might be the same result. Yeah, every shot's being hit. Heroic. Bit of space found by Axile as always. Nade with his name on it though, that'll half him up.
Running into the smoke with a molly in hand, Cadian the madman. And they will convert, they'll get that AWP back. It didn't look like it was gonna get messy, and it definitely avoided any of those consequences as GAMBIT. No plant will have to take, Alex, what we would consider a save, but they keep forcing the issue with these buys. And you'd think after getting denied B in this fashion right here, they will have to swallow their pride, because it does not seem worth it to go again, especially with the scoreline now sitting at 5-2. Rock around with your Glocks out. Now, I just want to prep everybody. Last time we saw GAMBIT do exactly this with only P250s and Glocks, Alex and I started talking about being tradespeople.
Oh yeah, God,
and then Nafany almost won the round.
That was today.
So we have 2 choices. We can talk about something nonsense and GAMBIT might almost win, or we can focus, laser beam in, and Heroic will take it. That is the power we hold here at the caster desk.
So we take it seriously.
And Heroic will win the round. Watch this.
Okay.
Mid crossfire. Refresh receives the first. And the second. Oh, look at this. Kills all around the map.
So I was thinking I might be a plumber, actually. In my former life, I think I'd be a plumber. Now he hits the shot, right?
Oh, it was close. It did a bit of damage.
What was the best thing about being a plumber?
The fact that I always was tanned, and
your hair did look like significantly more surfy when you spent all day outside.
And I didn't have to work out, because you're carrying buckets of sand and cement and digging trenches and doing all that kind of fun stuff. All right.
There's only less of that in the esports industry.
Yeah, but I'm also a bit fatter now as well, so it's the trade-offs.
Yeah. Well, it is a battle of the sedentary lifestyles now, as we do have 10 people sitting down, ready to battle it out.
Let me tell you, they're definitely sweating in those chairs.
Yeah, make no mistake, there is no absence of hard work here tonight in the grand final. To be even maintaining this degree of focus, I would go so far as to say it's impossible. Like, there will be a loss of focus. There will be mistakes. We're in map 5 at this point. If this starts going OT or close, I mean, truly, this is going to be a test for each individual within their own head. Let's get it going. 6-2. Cadian trying to live his art fantasy. He likes to take early space with that smoke. Makes sense. He has the support of Stounzorp as well, patrolling top mid. He smokes about a timer on them, about 5 seconds. They're going to see Axel start to check. And I suppose it's likely by design. Axel doesn't want to take any chances towards that underpass until the smokes fade and Cadian's guys is removed. A run boost. How quick's your wrists down? Not quite quick enough.
Oh, Cadian's standing as well. So how long do they want to force the issue here? They have been pushed on back now. Weakness on the B bomb side. It is just Tassus in the B apartments. The rotation of Stoun floating back over. But the bomb, I don't think so. The bomb is on its way back towards the A bomb side, and with roughly 55 seconds on the clock, I think the first man they need to get past is Refresh. Has a smoke ready in case of a Molotov landing on his position. Shush is normally the one anchoring over here, and he's actually started floating towards Connector.
Yeah, this is nice. They actually just put one of the AWPs up on B, which enables a 4-man stack on A.
Yeah, Tessus can get on over. He's helping out from window.
Smokes by so much time because they were going for Palace. The fact they've smoked Palace and not ramp. And now, losing the mid lurk, they can tuck in, focus their attention. They're all looking in the right place. Cadian's even got the audacity to throw a nade into the mix. Ouch, that hurts. And there's more. Cadian now through the wall, and the shots just keep coming. Nothing left for Axile. Only death and AWP bullets. 4 in the round from Cadian as he pulls his team into an extended lead in this 5th map grand final.
Oh, this is the first time we've seen Heroic looking like they're strong in a lead like this.
Yeah, we haven't seen it.
GAMBIT. It's always been GAMBIT in these first halves, and Cadian's just said something to lift the morale in the camp. You got the peanut gallery in the background there having a bit of a giggle.
But he's always been like that. So I'll throw it back to the first time he got out of those major playoffs or play-ins with Rogue. Just having a full, a moment to himself, realizing that this was, a bigger step towards achieving his dream. Look how far the dude has come.
Been a long career.
I think it was Bardov took a tweet just saying he'd be a great candidate for one of those major profiles, and
definitely.
I couldn't agree more.
Could be problems here.
Big problems. Axile's opened up the account. Unless Cadian can find another one, it's not the kind of jewels you expect an AWP to be able to find, especially with the smokes out. They're trying to contest jungle. Refresh is the one to be tested. No issues. Green ticks all round. Bomb plant would be great for cash. Not to be. Cadian's patience pays off, and the rest is easy street. 8 now on the CT side. Heroic, after starting, looking like the downtrodden team, looking like they weren't quite going to be able to up to snuff to GAMBIT. That's 16-3 on Vertigo. So far out of their memory now.
Yeah, and a couple of issues here for GAMBIT. The playmaker, Nafany, the guy who makes a lot of space, the in-game leader, the caller, is having a really rough time, a really rough go of it. He only has 1 kill to his name, 10 deaths, so died in every single round of play here. And normally, well, Overpass is a perfect example of just the impact he can provide.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. We were talking about fatigue earlier, I wonder, and I'm sure an interview, perhaps not straight after, but an interview at some point will shed some light onto what's going through him. Yeah, Refresh is taking a lot of chances. This is what happens when Cadian whispers in your ear that you're a god repeatedly, and you're 8-2 up in the 5th map of a grand final. You start pushing smokes. And now what a beautiful boatload of info for the CT side. They can just close in the trap. Unless Axile rocks the boat. He is trying it. Grey screen into Shush. Easy find, quick trade, nice control. That's Nafany's second frag, and it's a crucial one. Refresh is working on the dankest of flanks. If they can be kept in Palace, Refresh is going to shoot them in the booty. Hobbit's got jungle. They'll try and leave. If Cadian could just keep them busy, and he has. 2 still paused in apartments. They will come out now. Refresh is on the flank, though, and already the flank may not be necessary. Yeah, Shiro's just one of 2 that remains.
Oh, here he comes.
Don't let that bomb go down. Oh, he will, but he'll take it nice and easy. Can't believe his luck. And fist bumps exchanged as 9 is found.
Really hard to keep a leash on them right now. I can't believe that Refresh has gone for a push like that, and I'm sure you're right. They must be feeling the confidence right now, starting to build for Heroic. Every single round that they post is getting them that step closer to lifting the trophy. And, oh, GAMBIT, we have not seen them tested in this way.
They changed 2 players, Chad.
Yeah, they're making it work.
Orup and Nico. Names we talked about all the time as they succeeded.
I didn't think it was going to be easy to fill the shoes of a player like Nico. I think that he was instrumental.
I thought he was one of the best players on the team.
Yeah, for sure. He was an absolute force to be reckoned with. GAMBIT will be taking their first timeout here, and look, it makes a lot of sense because it feels like the oxygen is kind of sucked out of the room.
Yeah, give Nafany 60 seconds just to kind of maybe run his face under a cold water tap.
Yeah, because right now, in terms of this T side, they're not getting a lot done, and that's what we were saying about the T sides of Heroic, or even the CT sides of Heroic in the earlier maps, is they just weren't getting kills, right? They were being kept very, very honest, and well, if there was ever going to be a time for one of your superstars to show up, this would be it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in a best-of-5 environment, if you had to choose between starting strong or finishing strong, I know which one I'd prefer.
Yeah, bang on. All right, has that timeout brought them any success? They're setting
boosting him up. Refresh from A ramp to B apps, and I have a sneaking suspicion he won't be holding that angle for forever. If they start seeing contact through that underpass, Refresh has been a big fan of his W key these last few rounds. Cadian jumps for info. I think he...
Ooh, hang time there.
Gets himself down to the ground as fast as he possibly could. You can see he just stared at the floor. Hit his crouch key, does get down, confirms his presence though, and will dump all of his util in pursuit of just buying time. GAMBIT, they need an answer. 9-6, fine, game time. 9-2, could be 10.
Cadian's just being so annoying, right? Like, the utility that he dumped was for no reason. He's just... Oh! Trying to make them look at him.
Yeah. Shush, catching out on that ladder aggression. So all of this mid-control achieves nothing.
Might even get away as well. That's a smoke of his own.
And he can.
Just backpedal on through, grabs himself an AK for his troubles. This is great from Shush. And guess who's still pushed on up? He has not moved a muscle, old Refresh. They're out of answers. I don't think GAMBIT have an answer here.
Of all the maps to find it on, it's Mirage. It's probably a reason it didn't show up until the 5th. He's going to nutmeg it. How does it work as an AWP? Can I see it from the AWP perspective? Never mind.
I think they're going to save. They're definitely going to save now.
Yeah, they've just lost another. Hobbit's gone. This could be and will be 10.
Oh no, they're just creeping out one at a time. This is not it, GAMBIT. This is not it. Not a single one of those kills was tradable.
There's a little list of things it isn't.
Oh, not after time, not after time, not after time.
Could happen. It will happen if Cadian's not careful. Baits it with a shot.
Oh, no!
Cadian, you naughty boy! That's gonna hurt. Axel's got $400 to spend. Oh, and it's the star of the show, the only one that's fragging. He's top of the scoreboard with 8. And now he's got $400. Cadian, you cheeky bastard.
Oh, Jesus, he was completely
flashed.
blind
He's
as
up
well.
there. I don't know. Cadian's ascending to a higher level.
That right there means so much, and yeah, it has to force out another timeout. You can see after rounds 3 and 4, it's been one-way traffic, and that death after time, the $400 in the bank balance, it wouldn't matter if we were 5 rounds earlier. 5 hours earlier. 5 rounds
Come on,
earlier.
we're nearly there. Let's go.
All right, if it was 5 rounds earlier, there wouldn't have been any dramas, right? But we're so late in the piece here. They save that AWP. They have the max loss bonus. Axel gets nothing for his troubles. I think the body language now is starting to show it all. This is the moment.
Well, I mean, this is the moment where champions are formed. It absolutely is. You're out of options. Morale's at an all-time low. Your opponent's morale's at an all-time high. This is where, if you wanted to prove to everybody that you have got the mental capacity for a best-of-5 grand final and to truly try and maintain the title of one of the best in the world, now would be a pretty damn good time to be able to turn it on. Your star player's got an unarmored deagle, courtesy of Cadian. Everything points towards Heroic extending this into an insurmountable second half for GAMBIT. A few more rounds left of our first half on this final map. And the undefeated Heroic are 6 rounds away from being crowned champions in their first season.
Just trying to work off Shiro's AWP here for round number 13, and it makes a lot of sense. It's the biggest gun they've got, and if he can hit a shot onto Cadian, this A defense could unravel. Flash, shot, Hobbit dead. Shiro has the space. He needs to find a trade, and he can't. Denied by the flames.
Oh, and Shush pushes up perfectly. The bomb's now loose, and they're just destroying them one by one. Into the arc they go. And it is a disaster. Inters has gone to 11 found for Heroic. They had to be conservative, and I almost would imagine that Heroic are getting quieter and quieter as this half progresses, just because you know it's getting close. Like, the reality's starting to set in. All of this, your entire day you've been spent pursuing this glory, now it's kind of within reach. You can see it. You can imagine it. It's starting to happen every round that passes. You get closer and closer to that goal. Things start to get a bit quieter because you realize it's actually happening. It's actually becoming reality. They're going for a fast mid pot with nothing. Missed shot from Stown. Maybe Cadian can oh, he's just not missing a shot, is he? One of the best AWPers in Tier 1 CS right now. Does fall to Hobbit. Stown, well, does react well with a Tech 9 of his own, but an AWP has fallen into enemy hands. If he can, he'd want to get it into Shiro, but Hobbit's going to have to do the dirty work himself. Nice shot, needs another. Shiro finds it on the dig. Maybe. Stown wants to deny it as best he can. Oh, the hero dig's not there. 12 is for Heroic. 4 rounds away from the ESL Pro League trophy and a story that I have yet to see being told. Changing 2 players and winning the grand finals in a 5-map affair against GAMBIT.
This is some wild scenes right here. If they get 13 on the half, surely...
They got the mojo flowing right now, and it's
surely
one-way traffic.
Getting fired up in there. The coach is getting fired up as well.
Why does it just feel like everyone wants to fight on Heroic right now?
Oh, the intensity.
Yeah.
Hooey. All right, another new look set up from Heroic here, and this is one of the keys. They're just so different every single round. This time, Stown up towards the B apartments, AWP in hand. Step into the line of sight. He dares you.
Okay, Axel, you're playing with fire there. And speaking of, a can of flame dropped to deter. Last round of this half. 3 for consolation prize. Axel's just excited to be having a AK again. So standard take of mid. This is how you deny the space, smoke off that connector, and now your next step is the question mark. This blue wall of CT yet to be broken by GAMBIT. Oh. A spree of 10 rounds in a row. 10 without a peep from Shiro. That's an entry we haven't seen before. A change-up of the feed and a change-up for GAMBIT.
This A defense is still hard to unravel, especially Tess's position. This has become a new one here to defend against the connector pushes.
I like it though. Tessa smokes connector and then doubles up ramp as it fades. It's all so well oiled, and they'll be able to hold A from here. 1 for the back, 1 for the front.
30 seconds. There's real problems here. If they go towards A, this setup, multi-kills from either of these players.
Where do you plant to stop Tessis or Shush knocking off the bomb?
They have to kill them.
20 seconds, lads. Enters his first test, and that's the frags. That's all of them. Shiro now has to plant, and he's trapped. He's losing teammates left and right. Hope starting to dwindle. Shiro maybe can save them, but the shot's not there, and the round isn't either. Just Nafany doesn't have the time, doesn't have the health. 1 point of health to his name. And that's 13, folks. My God. Heroic are 3 rounds away from writing history for themselves and for Denmark. Can they do it? GAMBIT will find out.
Gave it everything when we had none. Gave it everything when we had none. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab none. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine away from the shade. Another way, ain't no going back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't quite believe that I'm saying these words, but Heroic hold the lead in GAMBIT Heroic's 5th map, a grand final, and absolutely living up to the suffix as I gesticulate my microphone away from my face. That's how hyped I am. One final half. Chad Burchell, he's the smart one, I'm the loud one. We're going into what could be a quick half, I suppose.
13-2. What a performance from Heroic there. Cadian masterful in the AWP, refreshed with some crazy pushes. Actually, everybody contributing here as the odds, well, still favor GAMBIT going into the tail end of this one from 1xBet. Let's see if we got another comeback in us. Smoke's over. Flash to follow. It's an A hit.
And it's only Hobbit. Any special magical tricks you've got, any rings you've been keeping in your waistcoat pocket, now would be the time to whip them out. Shiro has managed to delete refresh, and they are desperate for a plant. We can see the crosshairs are placed well to contest this. Bomb down is a big way to change things, as is a frag from Stown. This pistol determines so much. I cannot emphasize enough how every bullet Heroic hit will shatter the dreams of GAMBIT. They're starting, they're finishing. Stown's got 2, and Axar with just 10 HP, he knows it's over. 14 is found, and Heroic do it clean.
Oh, what a map for Stown to show up in buckets and spades. 17 kills for him. Overpass, he was kept very, very quiet, and now the star is here.
Oh, time, good to see him.
And now they just have to deal with this force buy of GAMBIT. It's 1900. That's going to afford them some deagles, a scout, light util. Still smiles on the faces of GAMBIT there. If they grab this one, it's going to be a mountain to climb back in. If they lose it on the flip side, 2400 for the final round of play. Quick window smoke lands. Shiro's vision denied. And a slow pace from Heroic here as they stalk down the 15th round. Tessa's down, Shush, top mid, flash comes out. They pivot with intent, but Axal strikes first.
Oh, and Nafany presents a brilliant deagle. If he can peek over that smoke, he's not wrong to do so. And yeah, trying to stabilize his aim, it's hard. Nose to the screen, damage inflicted. Shush goes down, Nafany with 2. He's been so quiet. Mirage has been a nightmare for him. He eventually falls. The bomb's now loose on B, but Inter's deagle's working as well. Perhaps there is a few more twists and turns to this. Now Stown taking bullets, and he's finished off nicely. Okay, GAMBIT, not willing to bend the knee and collapse just yet.
And they still have smiles on their faces. Now, they could have bigger grins if they're able to pick up some of those AK-47s on the ground, but the best they could muster right there was a MAC-10.
You know what the speech is? The speech is, hey boys, remember how awkward it felt when we were on T-side and we'd already thought we won?
Hoping that Heroic are a few steps ahead of themselves here.
I doubt it. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, you can see just how much they understand this lead. Heroic are not interested in force buy wars. They're taking a save. Glocks, 2 flashes, and a smoke. The plant here is everything. And, well, Hobbit gets run down by the Glocks.
Yeah, Shiro has to stand and fight, and he's done very well to deliver that.
Might get it down.
Trying to deny the plant is found, I think. Wait, Cadian's still alive?
Should get it.
Yeah? Yeah.
Oh!
So close. And denying the plant, as you said, is huge. And recovering an M4, not bad at all from Nafany. Okay. Well, as you said, Heroic weren't going to succumb to any of that silly game. He didn't want to be forcing in and squandering that lead. They just played conservatively. But without the plant, my question is do you double eco when you're 14 to 3 down?
You're just half by now. So now I think they look in the territory of, well, the Tech-9 and the Kevlar Deagles as well. They can go for a light smattering of purchases here.
Yeah, certainly a threatening round, not one to be sniffed at.
If they can just grab a kill or 2, that's all they need to do, right? Just keep GAMBIT as honest as possible. Economy, not really a huge factor right now.
If he wakes up,
oof.
Well, it could be onto something, as does Nafany. He has just suddenly like doubled his kill total for Mirage in the first 2 rounds of play here on the CT side. I refuse to believe we're getting another train out of this.
I hope we do.
Oh, me too, dude. I mean, I can't see it. Like, the fact he's smiling is so disconcerting. You're supposed to be sad.
He's scaring me right now.
What's happening, Nafany? Why do you believe you're winning this?
Maybe this was, hey, boys, we've tried having really strong halves. How about we have a bad one and then we show them how good a comeback can look?
Nah, Batman.
Well, the AKs are out. No AWP for Cadian. And this interesting buy of GAMBIT as they hold on to the MAC-10 and that FAMAS, even though both Inters and Nafany can upgrade.
He's down. He's going for something aggressive. Who is that? That's Axal. Cancels it. Cadian trying his own hand at something aggressive. Ooh, they flash it. He could push on that. That would have been him booked. So he's trying to keep the mid control. They want to pop B. Intus, they're ahead of the smoke. He's only got a Mac 10. He's in a lot of trouble if they jump over his head. Shiro, however, puts one dead. They are over his head, but shot in the back. Refresh opens up a nice double. Heroic have the sight. And taking down Shiro without letting that AWP fire off another shot is everything. God, this retake, it just seems impossible. The odds are stacked up against him. Axel's actually managed to push out on the smoke. Tessus is a good find. Playing around it so well. Stown shuts him down. Hobbit's next victim. Can he get around the corner? He can. Nafany lives on after his exchange on short. He can't really contest.
All the nades he has here, and he can't even do anything with them.
You really have to accept 15, or do you put everything you've got into this?
They're going to fight.
God, it's so stacked. Nade damage is something. Burning. When he forced Refresh into a tighter line, they know where he's on that bench side. Baiting for Nafany. Hoping the swing works out, and it has. He knows there's one apps. Time being solved. Stown finds it. It's only Nafany. The 1 HP clutch is too much to ask for, isn't it?
No.
It's too much. It's way too much to ask for. If he finds him now, he's flanking. Got to be quick about it. Stown finds 15. Gambit pulling teeth, though. Good grief.
Oh, boy. I felt that Nafany had that every day of the week. That looked amazing. He looked like he had everything he possibly could have needed and more to pull that one off.
Okay, so Heroic are 1 round away from winning ESL Pro League on an undefeated spree after integrating 2 new players into their bloody roster.
Say that 3 times fast, I dare you.
No, thank you.
Look at this, down to the tiniest of details.
The fact he finds the healthy one, the apps player, Stown holds his nerve. And they are looking to throw the final few blows here. Panic button hit, Gambit, double AWP, anything they can do. They would need their own. Heroic found 10 rounds in a row on their CT side. Now Gambit have been given the same task with a 0 margin for error. They must match Heroic's streak in order to stay competitive in our 5th map here.
Nafany's looking again.
Yeah, but the timing's so crucial. He could have his back turned to Tessus. It's all in a bit of a state of flux. Okay. It looks like Heroic want to run the same thing again.
Yeah, their weaponry is not fantastic for this. Gambit actually have the better buy, but the U2 currently sits with the Danes. Hobbit tucked in close ramp, even going to be smoked in to hopefully lure a T. They're just waiting for a push, waiting for a mistake, a Heroic, and searching this out as clean as you like. Stown now has control of the kitchen. Inters with the AWP on the side, and Cadian might get up short for free.
He might, with the smoke up. Shiro's not going to get any info, and Inters has an AWP, but he's focused on apps. Nice shot from him. Now he can focus his attention short, I would imagine. They're dropped in already into the site. Shush with the bomb on his back, but he's not ready for Axel. Another frag from Gambit, and they are locking them down. Only Cadian, and a clean one. Exactly what they needed. Gambit post their 6th without a single blemish on the record.
There we go.
Finish my sentence.
That's all right, we got there. I don't think Heroic are going to finish it here. This is a chance for Gambit to grab another round. We can see, after a round like this that was kept clean, it will just be pistols one more time, and a plant would be good. So we got a smoke for Stown, we got a deagle for Refresh, a decoy for Cadian with a P250. Hold up a second.
Yeah, man, the decoy's going to win this round.
No, but when you talk about it on pistol rounds, players are doing it for different reasons. Cadian's thrown it towards B just to keep at least 1 or 2 feet planted. That's heard, that's fast. The nades are going to land on him. They don't want him to be running anywhere, and well, he's drawn so many players in, but Hobbit.
Great strafe. Shush trying to plant. He will go down to this Hobbit hold.
The Cadian's decoy was still up in all this time.
Yeah.
You heard about the Cadian 1v4 with the P250?
I haven't heard of that. How does it go, Chad?
Well, it was a pretty important round. It was for the title.
He actually won it with just that P250.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Nobody was looking, and he managed to sneak his way all the way through the backlines here and shoot Shiro in the back of the head.
Right. And what did he do after that? That's nuts. So he actually shoots the AWP in the back of the head without anyone looking.
Gets the AWP and kills the guy CT.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's knifed him, and he's gotten away with the AWP. I'm starting to get nervous. There's no way. Cadian, you can't win Pro League like this. You can't win Pro League like this. No way. Exile's left, 40 seconds, and the bomb's on A. Take your time, son. You're about to make the play of your career. 30 seconds. Now, Axel's on ramp. He's got 30 seconds to think this one through. A knife kill? You can't. Cadian. He's thinking about ramp. Jumps.
Saw him.
Axel gets the info. He just has to hit this shot, and he's done it for Heroic. The leader. calling well above his years, clearing corners. Oh, no! You're an animal! Heroic have done it, and I just can't believe it. 40% of their team only together since February. And with nothing but a P250, Chad, I'm in disbelief. In the most competitive league in the world, Cadian, Casper, Muller. He does it with nothing. Heroic have earned the respect of their peers. GAMBIT sent down. I need to see that one again, 10 times fast. Unbelievable scenes. Your champions of ESL Pro League Season 13. It is heroic.